Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. How are you guys doing? I'm going to just give you guys some time to come in. So I'll put the countdown on, but please hit that like button as you come in. Thank you so much, everybody. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you guys are doing so well. Um, I hope you guys have had a good day. Give me a second. I'm not sure what is going on with. Okay, I fixed it. But yeah, how is everyone doing? Please hit that like button as you guys come in. Please hit that like button. We have quite a lot to talk about tonight. Please hit that like button. How is everyone doing? Please let me know that you guys can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you guys can hear me loud and clear. Please put a one in the chat before I start going off on a tangent. um, okay. Okay, so all right. Okay, guys, how is everyone doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Um, how is I hope you guys had a good day. I think for me, I'm buzzed. I've had such a wonderful day. I think I've finally cracked the hack. So instead of like just relaxing a little bit before the live, I decided to actually go on a quick walk on my treadmill, and then after that I was like, okay, let me go take a shower. I had such a wonderful time scrubbing myself in like lactic acid. It was such a wonderful experience, and now I'm so buzzed for you guys. So yeah, we have a lot to talk about. Hello D levels, thank you for joining us tonight. Everybody, please hit that like button. That is the only thing I ask of you guys tonight. We're going to be talking about Martell Holt. We're going to talk a little bit about Destiny and her dating. I'm going to be playing some clips for you guys. And we're also going to talk a lot about Monique Samuels because she did a recent interview. And so I really want us to get into it. There are some things that she exposed about her ex husband that a lot of us were not privy to, we had never heard of. And I want us to talk about that as well. So we have quite a bit to talk about. So please hit that like button. And yeah, like, please joining on the conversation. It makes it fun for all of us in the chat. All right. So let's start with the Martell of it all, because I know that that's what some people came for. And I'm just like, all right, let's give the people what the people came for. So I am going to be playing the clips, like I said, because it's clips from the show and like what we're going to be seeing on the show. I need to pause it at separate times just to make sure just to make sure everything is all on the way and I don't get copyright issues. So I'm just going to make sure I pause it as and when I can. Okay, so let me share my screen. I'm just about to share something else with you guys, but let me just refresh it because I want it to start from the beginning. Okay, and then let's hear this together. Next on Love and Okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure you guys can see it. Let me use this so it's not taking over the whole screen. Okay.
Near Huntsville.
How you think he gonna get you a man
if you ain't
I know that's
checking
your
it.
standard.
Did you hear this man say, how do you think you're going to get a man if you're not, giving him some ass? Like, what are we doing? He didn't use the word ass, by the way, just FYI. But still. So you feel like she has to be having sex before she can get a man? That's wild to me. Sir, you have daughters as well.
But I have a standard.
I mean, I think that'd be an issue with women trying to hold out with the man.
You have an issue with women trying to hold out on the man. That is so weird to me. It's like, it's my body. If I don't want to give you my body, I have the liberty to hold that until I'm ready to do so. You should also do the same for yourself if you respected yourself and your body. So I don't really understand why Martell is acting like it's something out of the blue for a woman to not want to have sex just because she is dating.
So you just think that every woman that goes on a date with someone should just be sleeping with everybody they're going to?
Good question, Destiny, because he's not okay. You can't be okay. If you think that every single person that you go on a date with means that you need to be giving something to, that is very, very weird. I'm just saying.
A date with?
It's different to say, oh, let's have a party.
That's the thing about Martell. But are we surprised? Martell is the same person who can't keep it in his pants, never kept his penis in his household. So it's like, you can't expect someone like Martell to have anything very helpful to say when it comes to dating. So, but I am glad that Destiny was calling it out. At the end of the day, there's no way you're basically saying to this woman that if she needs to be putting out if she wants to be in a relationship. Women and men are allowed to have their own standards. Your standards could mean you don't want to give it to someone you're casually dating. Your standards could be, I don't want to have no sex until I'm married. Whatever your standard is your standard. And nobody should be able to come and make you feel like, oh, you should be putting out. If you don't want to put out, don't put out. That should be the reality. There's no need to put out if you don't need to, if you don't feel like you want to, essentially. Tommy says Martell is disgusting. Absolutely is. Absolutely is. We all know this is who Martell is. Um, I think that it was even a bit more measured. The Martell that we know, or at least that we've experienced, may have even had a lot more to say, but I guess we'll have to watch the whole episode to see what really, really comes out of that. But it is definitely very, very weird. Destiny is having sex, period. Same old scripted lies. Denise, you may be right. She may be having sex, but I don't think she's having sex with the people on this show. I don't get the impression that she would want to be exposed in that way. She knows these people cannot keep their mouths closed. I don't think she'd be stupid enough to be having sex with someone like Will, for instance. Will has already shown us that Will has no filter. There ain't nothing Will ain't gonna say out of his mouth. Will has already shown us he's about that life. He wants to hit it and quit it, basically. So I don't think she would be. She may be having sex privately somewhere else. I don't know, but she may be. But I don't think she's having sex with any of the people on the show. Okay. Let me see. D. Hello, D. Harford. Hello, how are you? Thanks for joining us tonight. How are you doing? Um, they're giving her a platform to clean up her whole lifestyle. It could be. It could be. It could be that I do think that they don't really have a storyline for her, and they don't really have much of a storyline for even the others on the group. So it's just like, I guess, seeing her date is the storyline. So us seeing her getting out, getting to meet people, going on dates. I wish that she would date men that are not on the show already, or already have some affiliations with the show, because I think it sends the wrong message. Even if it may not necessarily be the message that she wants it to send, but it is sending the wrong message because it kind of gives very much a pass around vibe. Because it's like, oh, out of everyone in Huntsville, why are you dating these same people? Or why are you going out with Will, for instance? Why are you going out with the god brother of Lance? It just feels very too close to home. It just feels like she's just like taking them one after the other. First, you had a crush on Kimmy's son. Then the next thing you're dating Lance. Then the next thing after Lance, you're now dating Will, even though not officially, you're getting to know him. Then now you are dating, what was the name of the god brother? I can't remember his name. It just feels like if that's not your intention, then it still looks very messy. So I do think that yes, the way she's dating all these people and the fact that she's dating all these people that are in the same circle gives that HOE vibe. You know what I mean? Like it gives that vibe and that's what she's on. Even if, in reality, she may not be doing anything with them. Denise says you have a good point. Yeah, I think that was in relation to me saying that Destiny may not necessarily be having sex, at least on the show, but she is definitely not letting them portray her in the right light. Absolutely. D says, I'm well happy for the weekend. Honestly, me too. I'm trying to figure out if I can get a massage booked with my therapist for tomorrow because I'm feeling some aches in certain places. I'm like, oh, I need a deep tissue. But yeah, what are you doing this weekend? Are you doing anything interesting, D? D. Hufford says Martell sounds so gross. Absolutely, he is gross. I think for him, the way he sounds about sex is very, just in general, I think concerning. I think people like him always feel like sex is the end and be all of the relationship when it's like, yeah, sex is great, but then there are other things that are needed for a long lasting committed relationship. So yeah, I just feel like Martell, majors on the minor instead of like really, you know, majors on the minor instead of minoring on the majoring on the minor. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but bottom line, Martell is definitely majoring on the minor. Like, yes, sex is great, but then that does not mean that she needs to be opening her legs to every single man that she goes out on a date with. How many people do you think she would be giving herself to if she was doing that? Especially if she's dating the way she's dating on the show. Doesn't make sense at all. D says, why is she allowing them to portray as a ho ho ho? I will say, I feel like one, I think that she thinks the fact that she's not having sex with them will soften the blow a little bit for the viewers. That's what I think it is. I think she feels like, yes, they may feel like, oh, she's moving around and stuff, but then if she focuses and talks about the fact that, oh, she ain't having sex with them, then people may just think about it as like, okay, she's a single woman who's dating. It's not like she's sleeping with any of these people. And so that's why I feel like it's probably very important to her. That's why she keeps clarifying that she's not sleeping with these people because she also knows how it's coming across. I also wonder if it's a thing where you do anything for a storyline and this is the only storyline that you got as a single person. So she's just like, well, what else am I going to do? Hello, Bajan. Good evening. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. D says, I have to finish decorating and cleaning my house for the holidays and I have some work to do. Okay. Oh, sounds cool. To be honest, I'm very jealous of people that decorate for the holidays. I feel like I need to really get into that space, but like for me, I never really decorate. The only thing I do, which is like it's a huge thing for me every December, I like to like completely like declutter and just like get rid of like majority of my things, and usually it's always in like great condition because I may wear the things like maybe once, or some I've never even worn before, and I just like give them to charity every December. And that's just like that's part of what I'm planning to do tomorrow as well. But yeah, maybe one of these days I need to add like decorating for the holidays to like my Christmas plans. Tommy says it's weird that Destiny's only storyline is around men and not her job and stuff she does. Seems like it's men with her. Now, I definitely agree with that. I think that every time we see Destiny on this show, it's either hanging with everybody, as in the girlies, or being the bone carrier. So telling Tisha what Nell said and carrying the bone and stuff. I think definitely that comes across as a huge part of her storyline this season. um, but I do think the whole men thing, I wonder if it's partly editing, because it could be that they have shown or that she recorded other things to do with her life and her job and stuff, but then they did not show it on the show. So there is a chance. This is me throwing Destiny a bone. There is a chance. However, does she really have a lot going on with her job? I don't know. Does she have a lot going on with her business? I don't know, because I haven't really heard anyone talk about buying Destiny's candles or Destiny's products. So I can't really, I don't really know for a fact. So it may also be that she just doesn't have much going on. It just may be she doesn't have much going on. If you don't have much going on, then what else are they going to show, right? But the reason I'm giving her a benefit of the doubt with the editing is because I've also seen, like, if you look at the episode of Bell Collective, the reunion for Bell Collective, there was a clip that was going around that was not posted. And it's interesting because I don't understand why that did not make the cut. And this is how you know that the, I don't know, production, Carlos and them lot love the drama. Because it's just like, why? Why is it that like you're not really pushing this quality, right? This quality content, people talking about like um Latrice not necessarily wanting to have a child because of the trauma that she experienced. That was a very emotional moment. And then you see the new girl, I can't remember her name, talking about it, right? And she was trying to really talk about how being a mother and the impact that has had in her life. And I felt like that was a very heartfelt, wonderful moment that should have been on the reunion episode. But they edited that out, right? And I just thought, why would you edit that out? It's like you're working against your show. And so that's why I say I give Destiny a little bit of a bone there, because it could be that she really showed a little bit more about her life. But then Carlos and production and everybody over there, not Bravo, at OWN, felt like, well, she's a single woman. We really want to talk about her being single and her dating. So let's push only that. And then that's the storyline that they are giving us. Sometimes more can be shown, and it's just what editing is giving us. But yeah. Peasant is most probably jealous because he ain't eating it anymore. Mm-mm-mm. I wonder who he is getting it from then, because clearly I don't think Martell is definitely going to be going with no sex. There's no way. I don't get the impression that Martell is going to be keeping it like PG. I do not get that impression ever. That Martell is going to be keeping it PG. Not at all. Guys, please hit that like button as you guys come in. Please hit that like button. What was that product again? That is a good question. I think the name of the product was something about, it was giving like Big D or something like that. So I think, let me see if I can go on her page and see if I find it. Big D. I don't even see anything about her. I'm having to scroll further down to see if I can find anything. She's a pretty girl. I'll give her that. Definitely a pretty girl. Okay, so let's do this. I guess this is her products. I see her wearing something called wearing a Madonna t-shirt. Oh, not Sheree in the comments. Oh, Sheree, she by Shein. Okay. Okay, girl. So there's Rich Girl, I guess. So guys, has anyone tried this scent that she is pushing? I don't see anything about the candles. Maybe that's not happening right now. I don't see nothing about no candles, but because I want to make sure I'm being fair. I don't see anything about candles. Maybe she's paused that for now. She seems to be saying introducing Destiny's Law Foundation. That it sounds very confusing. Destiny's Law, because it sounds like some sort of legal thing, but I don't think that's what it is. Yeah, it's very, very odd. Destiny's Laws Foundation. And then it says we're non-profit dedicated to supporting survivors. Okay, so non-profit dedicated to supporting survivors of domestic violence through care, advocacy, and awareness. It is a good cause. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the name, but I think that's probably because she was trying to put her name and her son's name together. But yeah, good luck to everybody involved. Let me move it back to what I was sharing in the past before I decided to go over there and snoop on Destiny's page. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. Has Dusty got custody of her son or Labari got custody? I have no idea. I'm not sure what has happened recently because I feel like it's been a bit quiet on that front when it comes to them. I haven't heard anything new from the bushes, not heard nothing, so I think it's probably okay for now. That's a Big D energy, yes, Big D energy, but she changed it, so I think she changed it to Rich Girl or something that I just showed. I think that's what it is. But if anyone has used her products, let us know how you guys found it. To be honest, I haven't seen anybody or heard any from anybody or heard anybody. I don't think I've seen any chat about somebody talking about the products being great or even using or anybody even saying they use the product. So I will say that I am not sure. So yeah, definitely not sure about that at all. We'll have to kind of wait and see. Yeah, like maybe see what happens and see whether like people talk about it in the future. Now let's play the rest of the clip.
Yeah, you have a good time. But when you say dinner, it's a little more intense.
So it sounds like they want to have another family dinner with Nell and the rest of the family. Now, you lot know that Nell has a temper and Nell is always getting into it at these family dinners. So you guys know what you're doing. And I would not be surprised if production allegedly encouraged this to happen, because that's the only explanation that I can think of. That is the only explanation that I can think of, in my opinion. Okay, let me.
We absolutely have to have it.
Okay, well, let's have it. Let's do it. See how this goes.
I'm an open book.
Are you?
100%.
So you have 4 children and never been married. Why haven't you been married?
This guy is a walking red flag. Walking red flag. Walking red flag. He already showed himself like at the last episode when he was basically talking about a girl needs to put out. That man is a walking red flag. He done exposed himself already. So if Destiny knows what is good for her, this man does not need to be getting a second date. And I hope she knows that.
All Chris said was, he explained it. It was a question that Dad said, I asked him. Now you back on Dad, so it's like, what the hell?
look at everybody's faces. It's like it's about to go down. Okay.
What?
Nell. Oh my god, Nell takes it too far. Like I don't understand why Nell always has so much energy for the kids. It's like these, like, don't get me wrong, they're no longer children, they're adults, but like all that hollering and shouting is unnecessary. Now Nell is shouting. That's my opinion. You know, back then when they were talking about like Nell shouting on Kimmy, nah, Nell wasn't shouting. Now she is.
Is doing a mother lot, and that happened to be me.
It's definitely giving a little bit like, girl, what is going on? That is excessive. Like, why are you always shouting at your family? And it always gives the impression it's like, why are you screaming so much? Like, everybody's probably looking at you like, Nell, you need to pipe down. Nell is unhinged. Yep. The way she comes across, like, everybody's so cool, calm, and collected. Next, she is on 10. And it's like, sister, pipe down. At the end of the day, this is your family. You love them. They love you. Like, why are you on 100, on 1,000? Like, it's so unnecessary. Like, yeah, man, I don't know about Nell. Sometimes Nell does too much, especially with a family dynamic. It's just too much. There needs to be a limit. Like, you don't need to be screaming in people's ears. Like, don't get me wrong, I was on her side with Kimmy. I am on her side with Kimmy. But when it comes to this here with the family drama, I feel like she takes it too far. She goes way too far with it. Way too far. Bajan said, but she doesn't help herself hopping from man to man. I take it that is destiny. Yes, I agree with you. I feel like, especially because it's on the show, I think that we would have a lot more empathy because the truth of the matter is, as a single woman, you are allowed to date. You can date people. That's the whole way you can get to know people. That is the whole way you can get to know people. You can't get to know people if you're not going out on dates, if you're not meeting people, if you're not talking to people. You're not going to get to know anybody. And so I definitely feel like there is merit to her going out on these dates. I just wish she would not be dating from the same community. It's like, okay, you go on a date here, fine, that's okay. Go on a date somewhere else, like stuff like that. It doesn't have to be so serious. You know? That's how I see it at least. Okay, let's see. One day her no neck is gonna scratch like E.T. Miss Nell, Miss Nell, Miss Nell. Yeah, she definitely needs to pipe down. And she's such a little woman. She is so short that it's like all this energy for what, ma'am? Like, you have so much energy, and it's like you're literally one of them could just pick you up. You're so little. Mm-mm-mm. Anyways, I will play another Love and Marriage Huntsville clip because I feel like it's important for us to see the nonsense that Will is going to be giving us in this episode. And I actually feel like Destiny, low key, like her facial expressions, I'm just like, you better run, sis. You better run. Mm-mm-mm.
Okay.
Yes, young as a
Okay, let me refresh so that I can start from the beginning. Okay.
I got 4 kids.
So he has 4 kids, okay?
Okay.
Yes, young as a 6. So
And you were married before?
I've never
I love how she said, and you were married before, because it's like, okay, you have 4 kids and you have never been married before. Okay, that's a red flag, but okay.
been married. Been engaged once, never married though.
Really?
Nope.
So you have 4 children and never been married. Why haven't you been married?
Okay, so all those relationships were different situations.
All those relationships, so you have 4.
This ninja said all those relationships have been different relationships, and the way he said it so casually. So casually. This guy's
different.
unhinged.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 kids.
Look at him smiling, like, ha! It's such a thing of pride. Wonderful. Wonderful. Like, it's like, what? Mm-mm.
It's for women. Uh,
Do you believe in marriage?
uh,
It's a very simple question. Do you believe in marriage? Cat caught your tongue? Sir? Like, what? Mm-mm-mm. No, 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 sir.
I mean, it exists.
You said, I mean, it exists. Marriage exists. Yes, marriage exists. Absolutely. Nobody, her question was not whether marriage exists. This is how you know is like he is just being, definitely being shady. Definitely being shady.
I see more people getting out of marriage than getting into it.
So, what does that have to do with whether or not you believe in marriage, sir?
Afraid of commitment?
Certain things. I don't have any tattoos.
You are dancing around a straight answer.
In a relationship, I will commit to the right person or person.
This man said, in a relationship, I will commit to the right person or persons. It's so funny how when he's giving his friend Will advice, it always gives the impression that he is really a good guy and he's really on it and he's really this and he's really that, when in reality, he is far from that. He is just like the rest of them. Sorry, I'm trying to take my pills. He's just like the rest of them. Absolutely like the rest of them. Maybe even worse because he has 4 kids, 4 different baby mothers. You didn't stop at the second one. You didn't think, okay, maybe let me hold back. I don't want to have a bunch of broken homes. You know, do I want to choose one of these people and have a kid with them? No, this man is like, no, I'm out here just creating multiple families wherever I can find it. And he's literally saying, no, these are different situations. Nobody cares about your situation. Those are 4 different, like the first one, you say, okay, mistake. Second one, okay, mistake. Third one, it's like, dude, no. Fourth one, now you don't even give a dang, sir. Without commitment. Because how is it that you've been in these 4 situations and you've only been engaged once, sir? It's definitely giving you have issues with commitments, but you're happy to tie them down by giving them a kid. Absolutely not. Now, Tommy just said we have only have 10 likes and we have way more people in the live. So please don't be stingy with the likes. Please hit that like button. Please and thank you. Every now and then this mouse decides to act up. Don't worry, it's back on track. Okay. Adele says, I totally disagree with you. Destiny is a down down low hoe. You got it all wrong. She's a lost puppy that wants to be like Melody. Now, here's the thing. I don't personally, the only reason I don't comment on whether or not she's a hoe or whatever is because I'm like, I'm not in the bed with her. I don't really know, right? We can speculate. But I feel like for me, I'm just like, I don't necessarily think she is sleeping with anyone on this cast. That's what I think. She may have done a little something with Lance, allegedly, but I don't think she's sleeping with anyone on this cast. Does that mean that she's not out here doing her thing? No, she probably is out here doing her thing. She's just trying to make sure she doesn't bring that onto the show. Shanice says, a date is an opportunity for you to get to know someone, not an entitlement for sex. Please say it louder for the people at the back. I completely agree with that. That is all it is about. It should be about getting to know somebody, going on a date. Do I enjoy this person? Would I want to see this person again? or is it a no? You know, these are the things that you should be getting from going on a date with somebody. It shouldn't be about, oh, let's get it in. Now, of course, sometimes, you're grown. If it happens and that's what you're on, that's fine. That's what you're on. Do I endorse it? No, but that's what you're on. However, I don't like when people blame women who choose not to do that. Just because I don't want to put out doesn't mean that I'm going to be single forever. Like some people like to speculate, right? So just things like that.
For persons.
This man said he's insinuating that he could be in a committed relationship with a person or persons. So basically, he's basically making it clear that he is open, he's out in these streets, and he's open to all opportunities.
How many kids?
I got 4 kids.
Let's see what the people are saying. Someone said at least he's honest, now run. Yes, ma'am. This is the brightest shade of red. Someone said yuck. Yep. That is literally it. Yuck. Big yuck. Not sure what is happening now with my mouse. Okay, it's back. I don't know why it does that. Maybe I need to change the battery. Yeah, he's just good to look at. That's about it. Run, Destiny girl. This person with the meme. Funny. You shouldn't be giving Ken advice. You don't even believe in marriage. Destiny, if you don't smile and put you up your church finger and exit left. My question is why is he even trying to date? You have 4 kids, 4 moms, youngest is 6, and you don't believe in marriage. I would not have to run because would not have my time wasted and good clothes and showed up. Yeah, I get what she means. Like she wouldn't even have to run because she ain't gonna show up. Fair enough. Fair enough. Shani says it grinds my gears when dudes are so eager to do fatherhood but not marriage. They want the benefits of being a husband without having to be a husband, tying a woman down and preserving access to her. Shanice, you said it so beautifully, and I agree with you. There is nothing I hate more than that. It's like you just want to be out here spreading your seed. That's why I said, okay, the first time I'm like, all right, cool, maybe fine, glitch, mistake. Second time, it's like, now that's intentional. You're not taking steps. Third time, it's like, yeah, now you're taking the piss. Fourth time, it's just like, yeah, this is out downright stupid, right? So I feel like he's definitely doing it intentionally, and you're right. Like some men like to tie women down by impregnating them, and then that way they will always have access to that woman. That way, that woman is always going to be in their lives. That way, for most of them, they can come back, do whatever they want, then come back, keep you warm on one night, and then go back again and be out in the streets again, right? Women say no, right? You don't have to tolerate it. A man can come and want to use you like that and get the benefits from you without having to provide for you as a husband. You don't have to have his baby. You don't have to, fine. Okay, if you have a kid with him, you already have a kid, there's nothing you can do. That's fine. But don't have the second one. Don't continue to give this man access to you. You have to protect yourself from people like this because that's what some of these men are doing out here in these streets. They know they don't want you, they don't want to be married to you. They know that. But guess what they'll do? They would rather tie you down with a child that you have to both be raising forever, really, than give you a ring. It's like, which one is the biggest commitment? He won that cookie before committing. Can't see him committing to her though. That man ain't ready to commit to nobody. That man has no plans to commit to nobody. But yeah, I think he just wants to get the cookie and bounce. Adele says that's why she hated her, because she wants to be her. Yeah, I think that's why she hated. Is that Melody? Yeah. If Destiny has anything to do with Will, she's digging her own grave. Absolutely. And it's like, girl, if you, after hearing all of these things that you have heard out of this man's mouth, Let's be honest, this man was not lying. He was not pretending to be something he was not. This man told you point blank, period. He said what he was on. He told you loud and clearly, this is what I am on. So if you decide to mess with a man like that, after he done told you straight away that he is not about that life, then whatever it is that you experience is on you. And I say that with all humility. Whatever you experience, like I'm not even going to drag him because you saw it. He did not hide it. He made it clear. He made it crystal clear that this is what he is on. Adele says, I don't believe nothing that comes out of Destiny's mouth. Absolutely. I don't believe that as well. Especially honestly, she lost me when she made that G comment thing. Um so yeah, I definitely think that um yeah, I don't believe nothing that comes out of Destiny's mouth. Okay. 1 second, guys. Okay. All right, guys. How are we doing with the likes, Tommy? Let me know how we're doing with the likes tonight. Bajan says there was a picture of her a few months ago and they had the man's face blurred out. Oh, I would love to see that picture. I think I may have missed that picture. 4 baby mamas is wild. Absolutely. It's like you can't even keep it in your pants. Like, is it that you don't know how to pull out? Like, what is going on? Carlos said we gonna pray, sis. He's not wrong. He is not wrong. Red flag. Run. Exactly. My girl says I don't have any tattoos. Yeah, nah. Yeah. Run. This man does not want to. He wants to be in the streets. Streets. And it's so funny. I don't understand how these men end up finding women to date. Because there's no way I will know that a man has 4 baby mothers. 4. And I will still go ahead to date this man. No chance. I have to have some standards. I would be like, yeah, nah, no chance. Good luck, but I'm not the one for you. Bajan says she needs to make it clear with Carlos Queen and production to stop making her look like a pass around. Yep. But I think she needs that check, so she ain't gonna say ish. She is probably just gonna keep it mute and cute and continue to shout that she ain't sleeping with them because that's the only thing she can do or say to manage the edits that she is getting. Bajan says she is reaping what she sowed for how she treated Mel. Yes, definitely. I feel like the way she treated Mel was horrible, absolutely horrible. And for me, the big thing I hate the most is like when you're lying on somebody. And when Mel has brought out the red phone at different points to debunk some of the things that she has said. So yes, I definitely am with you on that. I feel like part of what she's experiencing now is definitely karma from what she did wrong. Let's see if there is another one because I feel like I saw another one, but I can't find it. Okay, so look at these people. I don't know what they showed up to, but it seems like an own event. So all the ladies were there. Okay, let me unmute it.
Nice, you're nice.
Oh, who's not? Oh, who's nice?
You bitch, you ain't been good.
Maybe you on Chris's nice list. That's it.
Trish. I don't know what it is about Trish's hair for me. I don't know. It just feels like Trish never really gets the hair right. She never really gets it right. Like there's always something that ain't right about the look. Kimmy, looks pretty in the face. I don't really know what I feel about the dress. It's like, where are you coming to? It's giving hoochie mama. Like, I don't know where you're coming to with that dress, where you're going to with that dress, mama. But you look good in the face. I love the hair. I see Iyanla. Or actually, Iyanla. But I don't think she even pronounces her name correctly. But yeah. Ah, the Heart and Hustle girlies are there as well. That's lovely. Oh no, that song is gonna get me copyrighted. I should have muted it. Well, it seems like everybody's having fun.
I get to have fun with my babe on TV.
It's the family of it all. You know, we have tough times, but we also have a lot of good times.
We don't see the good times, so I don't know if it's the edits, but what we see is a lot of tough times. We do not see a lot of good times. And whoever did Kimmy's makeup, you need to do better because the eyeshadow is washing her out.
Black love, you know.
I don't sorry guys. There was a point in my life where I also used to do makeup for people every now and then. It was just because I was good at makeup and then people would be like, "Oh, you know, who does your makeup?" And I'm like, "Oh, I do my makeup." And then they're like, "Can you do mine?" I'm like, "Sure, are you gonna pay me?" But because of that, I'm always very when I see makeup, I'm always very like I'm always staring at makeup. But yeah.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
I will say I like
I think a lot of people need to see black.
the color of his blazer. I don't really like the pants. The fitting of the pants is odd.
Men be more vulnerable, so it is what it is for me. It's the people, and then Huntsville.
Chris definitely knows how to wear a suit. I will say that. But isn't it interesting that nothing has been said about Chris losing his license allegedly?
Love Huntsville, so you know, and then I enjoy my cast members.
Who's your favorite?
Me, my wife.
New Year's, like, I used to want to party, but now it's like, can I rest?
In the new year, 2020.
I don't know. There's something about that dress on Destiny I don't like. But hopefully it's just that angle. And it just needs to be a different angle.
26.
Uncle Tommy!
Of course, I'm looking to get a little closer to the 200 mark. 200 episodes are ready to love. We passed 150 now, so we headed to the 200, man. So I'm excited about meeting them.
You know what? I think that our show is
Oh, look at Ro. Okay, Ro. Okay, Ro.
real. It's our real lives, and I like that we're able to show that to other people so they can know that whatever they're going through, we'll go through it as well. We are boss women of Houston.
Okay, Elena. Elena's face is beat as always. And who is this man holding the mic? He is fine. Okay.
That are doing a damn thing. We are entrepreneurs, moms, juggling so much. We address things head on, you know.
Okay, Chloe.
And we get over it, we resolve it. I'm not a confrontational person.
Okay, Chloe. But if they bring it, you will finish it. No?
And I had to learn how to confront things that were bothering me.
One resolution I have going into the new year would be to be intentional and spend time with my loved ones and my family.
I don't know. There's something about Manira's outfit that I don't like, but you guys let me know. There's something about the outfit. I just feel like it feels like it's wearing her as opposed to her wearing the outfit.
Family and friends. So I feel like time is short and we're just moving. I think we're in an age where everything is just on the go and you don't just take time to be present. So I would say that.
The resolution.
Ooh, my baby. And then I can't remember her name. Ain't that crazy? I know I love her from Heart and Hustle, but I can't remember what her name is.
I have for next
Labrina, yes. I love Labrina. She is so pretty.
year is impact. I don't care what problem, what situation presents itself. Like, I want to make an impact.
Oh, she is so pretty. Labrina is my fave. I don't know if you guys can tell. I don't know. I definitely love like pretty people and that are then kind people. She's been so kind on the show. So far so good. I hope she doesn't change. D says Kimmy is desperately trying to hold on to a youth that has passed her passed her by for that man. Yep, you are definitely right. I don't like that dress at all. It's definitely given that she is going above and beyond to try to prove that she is, I don't know, she is a young spring chicken. It's like, it's okay. It really is okay to dress appropriately. It really is. Like, nobody's saying you can't wear like the short dress and stuff, but it's like there's a time and a place. Look at how classy the whole event is. Like, it's like, why are you turning up looking like that, mama? What's going on? Bajan says, leave Kimmy. She's 36-year-old. Oh, not the 36, honey. Mm-mm-mm. Kimmy, if Kimmy is 36, then I'm 50. Like, oh my gosh. Mm-mm-mm. No chance. Mm-mm-mm. Kimmy is, yeah, nah. No. The family doesn't have good or tough times. They're just bullies. Absolutely. What did the horse whisperer say? Whoa, who's the horse whisperer? Is that Trisha? Oh. They didn't even put any thing for Tisha. I guess Tisha, they didn't want to put any of Tisha's words in there at all. Interesting. Yeah, nah, I can't lie. Kimmy being 36 is sending me because there is no way, no chance whatsoever that Kimmy is 36. No chance. Okay. Let's see. Do they add any
How you
little
think he gonna
thing?
get you a man?
Okay, so now there's a little bit extra information that we were not privy to previously. Bajan said Google don't lie. Bajan is cracking me up because there is no way that Kimmy is 36. There is no way Kimmy is 36. D says Google said Kimmy is 36, but our son is 30. I guess she had him at 30. Mm-mm-mm. She had him at 6, rather. She had him at 6 or what? Or even 5. She was pregnant at 5. That is crazy. Craziness. There is no way. No way.
If you ain't,
I know that's
checking
your
her.
standard, but
Yeah, it's like, Martell, how can that even be your standard when you have daughters? Like, that's craziness.
I have a
It's like, what would you be teaching your daughters?
standard, and a quality man will
Good thing that Melody is their mom because she can make sure they are taught properly because you can't leave them to get Martell's mindset.
meet that standard.
I mean, I think that'd be an issue with women trying to hold out.
It'll be an issue with women trying to hold out. It's like, are you okay?
With the man.
So you just think that every woman that goes on a date with someone should just be sleeping with everybody they're going
On a good, thank you.
to date with, or they're dating?
Look at his face. He in his mind is like, yes, why not? Why not? Why not? The man should be satisfied. What a joke. What a joke. What a joke. Look at the face of a joke. Because there's no way.
I don't know.
Oh no.
Right. I don't care what you think, and if you feel like
Yes,
you
it's
settling,
true.
And I'm glad Destiny said to him, like, I don't care what you think, because you have no right, sir. You couldn't even keep your marriage. You have no right to give any advice. When you were the one stepping out in your marriage, sir, you do not have the right to give me any relationship advice. There's no way Martell would give me relationship advice and I would follow the advice.
because you bald and you losing your
I have not.
you're gonna settle, then that's on you, baby. I'm not settling.
How you think he gonna get you a man if you ain't?
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Someone said, and he has 3 daughters. Wonder if this is what he teaches them. Absolutely. Is he on a date with her? Who is she, by the way? And I thought he was married. I would never take advice from someone who's done poorly in his previous relationships unless he's advising me to avoid the pitfalls he's slipped in. It's a no for me. Yes, ma'am. Say, sis, stand on your principles. They think it's personal if you tell them, like, why do you choose me to do? I don't even understand. I'm not reading that. Every man doesn't choose to lay down with every woman. Some men have discipline and respect for their bodies too. Those are the men she's looking for. Or not. Also, guys, are you watching Ready to Love? Let me know if you're watching Ready to Love, just so I know if we should be covering Ready to Love. Because at the moment, I'm trying to figure out some new shows for us to cover. That time Rasputia Jr. had on that green outfit at the reunion and she got ripped on. Like, yeah, it was giving Santa Claus, man. Sorry, he's 27. Still, there's no way if she's 36 that she had a 27-year-old. Craziness. Kimmy's must be adding for. Oh, it's basically Maurice that is doing the maths, honey. Mm-mm-mm. Absolutely not. Okay, so guys, I'm just going to refresh the room a little bit. Thank you everyone for joining. Please hit that like button for those who have just come in. We are going to be moving on to some of the other stories that we are talking about, but yeah, please hit that like button, guys. Thank you so much, because the likes are still not matching the amount of people in this live. So please hit that like button or the dislike button if you really can't stand what we're doing here. It helps too. Not watching Ready to Love. So D ain't watching Ready to Love. I know, like before I used to like that show, but now I'm just like, oh, do I have to watch the show? So I'm glad that you guys, well, so far you're not watching the show. Let's see what the other people are saying. Are you guys watching Ready to Love? Because I'm trying to figure out whether or not I have to bring you guys Ready to Love content. Papa is an ish because Mel told the world he didn't give her an orgasm. Yep. He definitely doesn't have it going on. So despite you wanting to have, sex with everybody that you go out on a date with, you still don't even have it like that. Sorry. You know. Okay. All right. So let's move on to some other interesting news. Yeah, let me share this. So Monique has been doing some press tours, honey. So she basically had this interview where she was asked some questions and she is going to be talking about Cookie. Oh, Sebastian is saying, before I go on to the next subject, has anyone watched 50 Cent documentary? Guys, have you guys watched the 50 Cent documentary? Let us know, because even I'm thinking I have to watch it for you guys. Let me know if you guys want us to talk about it. Do you want us to watch it and talk about it? Bajan, have you watched it? So guys, please put it in the chats. Will you be watching the 50 Cent documentary? Will you be watching the 50 Cent documentary, or have you watched it already? Just put it in the chat. Let's finish that point off before we go on to the Real Housewives of Potomac. Will you be watching the documentary? Is that something that you guys will want me to cover? Bajan says, I just watched episode 1. How many episodes is it? How many episodes is it? Someone else said I will watch. That's okay. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see, like, if more people are watching or will be watching the show, then maybe that's also something we can talk about and like review. Okay, so 4 episodes. Yeah, 4 episodes is not bad actually. Maybe I'll watch it and then we can like talk about it. But I also don't want to bring the people something content they are not interested in. So I guess guys, just put it in the chat if you guys want me to cover the 50 Cent documentary that is out about Diddy. Um and guys, in the replay gang, when you guys listen to this, please put it also in the chat. Leave a comment. If you guys just let me know, do you want me to watch the 50 Cent documentary and come so that like I can give you guys the content. D says, I don't think I will watch. I can't deal with that stuff. Plus, I don't care for 50, but you should review it. Review its content. Okay, fine. I will review it and see if there's any like bits. Okay, so everyone is watching and covering it. Oh, okay, cool. So I will watch it. I'll take it on the chin. I will watch it for the rest of us so you don't have to, and then I will bring it so we can watch that. So that we can talk about it. I understand that just watching, wondering if anyone has watched or is watching it. Yeah. I haven't watched it, but I will watch it. Because I think, yeah, it would be good to watch it, especially because word on the streets allegedly is that 50 has been getting a cease and desist. So we don't know what's going to happen with it. So best to like get it quickly so that if he ends up not having to be able to keep on the documentary for long, then at least we get the content that we need out of the documentary. Ugh, this mouse again. I feel like it's definitely it has to be a battery issue because it doesn't make sense at this point. It really doesn't make sense. Like just randomly goes off on its own and then stops working. So weird. Okay. All right, let's go to the Potomac of it all. If I can get this mouse to work. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Can you hear it? Like, wow. Okay, let me just use the regular mouse pad that I hate using. But
I really don't. You don't like Cookie. We don't.
It's not that I don't like her. I don't trust her. And she's a person who I cut off along with my ex-husband while we were still married. So she was spreading all kinds of rumors saying that she was having an affair with Chris.
Wait. Cookie was spreading a rumor that she was having an affair with Chris. That is crazy work. It is crazy work to have to be out here literally acting like you're having an affair or saying to people that you're having an affair with someone else's husband. That is crazy, nasty work. Bajan says, I know what to get you for Christmas now. Batteries, honestly, because I'm just like, I can't even imagine. The mouse is like stressing me out, but I think it is definitely a battery issue because I don't understand. I do not get it. Tamar Aretha Franklin, absolutely, because look at her.
Years ago.
Is she?
So Chris, yes. So
Cookie.
Chris, yes.
That is crazy work. Like you're pretending. You are pretending to be having an affair with somebody's husband. Nasty work.
She told
He's in the
people.
cookie jar. Wait,
she is not to be trusted. Because there's no way. How do you lie on yourself and give yourself a body that you've never been with? Like, that's crazy. Like, imagine saying like, oh, that is crazy.
Made that up? There was no truth to it?
So she was telling people that she was having an affair with my ex-husband, who was my husband at the time. And she said the only reason he was staying is because of the kids. She would tell people these things. And then we found out Me and him called her, put her on speakerphone, and we said, listen, we're not fooling with you. We just had a crazy situation with a former friend, and the people who have told us this are credible people. We don't know why you're saying this, but we're done.
Wow. And for him to then go back to being cool with her, that is crazy. It's definitely giving like he's just trying to get back at Monique by any means necessary. And he knows the one person that will probably get under her skin if he's still relating with is Cookie.
So to my surprise,
I really don't understand how a lot of men get so vindictive when you leave them. It's like you get so horrible. It's like the person you're marrying is not the same person you're divorcing.
I come around and they're like, yeah, Chris.
And then they like to say men aren't emotional. It's like, what do you mean? Because you lot are always acting crazy. Like, look at the whole Todd and Kandi business.
And Cookie, I'm like, wait, what is happening?
Was it surprising to you that he still messes with her?
Yes, I was completely caught off guard, and I did not know.
You really don't. You don't like Cookie. We don't.
It's not that I don't like her. I don't completely caught off guard, and I did not know. I didn't understand how this connection happened again.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, why is Chris calling Cookie? Why? I don't know.
Do all the ladies know that she's did that?
I told most of them.
Because it's kind of confusing how they would still then hold Cookie as this like truth teller.
Yeah, it's very, very weird for them to try to hold her as a truth teller. It's like, what truth are you telling? It's trying to get to Monique. Yeah, definitely trying to get to her. It's trying to get to Monique. That is all he is trying to do. Wants her to feel some type of way about the relationship. Yep. It's like, think about it. He's just like, who is the one person that it would hurt it would hurt my ex-wife if I'm friends with? Boom, the girl who was lying on me. So I feel like sometimes it's like when you divorce them or whatever, the hate they feel for you always overrides whatever love they were trying to show in the relationship. Really, so sad.
They didn't know until after. Yeah, so they didn't know until after because they were asking me like, well, what's your issue with Cookie? Y'all used to be cool. And I was like, okay, well, I'll tell you what the issue is.
Yeah.
And I'm so confused as to why he is cool with all the people that I literally parted ways with years ago while we were still in a marriage who did things to both of us.
Right.
So it was just very interesting.
Yeah, he's just trying to get to her, trying to upset her by hanging out with all of the people that they don't hang out with anymore. That's exactly what he's doing. He's trying to get under her skin. Yep, sounds about right. That's what these men be doing. It's like, yeah, I don't even have the words, honestly, but it's so sad because a lot of people kept thinking that Chris was this wonderful man.
For me, and I'm coming in blind with all of this. So when they were asking about, Cookie, I was like, I don't trust her because she lies.
Yeah.
And I don't trust him because he lies. And apparently Stacey lies too. So where's the truth? Completely caught off guard, and I did not know. I didn't understand how this connection.
Yeah, I get it. Like, if you are dealing with a situation where everyone lies, it's like, what are you supposed to do? Who are you really supposed to believe? It's like, I don't believe you. I don't like, what are we doing? So yeah, I do get that. Okay. Let me go back to playing it.
Happened again?
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, why is Chris calling Cookie? Why? I don't know.
Do all the ladies know that
Yeah. Let me see what the comment is. This must be why Cookie whipped her head around so fast when they mentioned Stacey and Chris talking. Maybe she likes Chris. Maybe she was hoping that she would be the next wife. Got it. So Cookie wants to be liked by Chris and he knows it. So he uses her to get the info and spreads lies. Typical, and I got it. Yep, that's what it's given. And the cookie crumbles. I really hope they apologize to Stacey. She's been vindicated twice now. We don't need this type of Cookie. She's been presented to us as Karen's friend. Watch your grandam deny the friendship. Condemned is not gonna want any part of this mess, honey. She will be denying everybody she can deny. Well, do you blame her? If you were friends with Cookie, wouldn't you deny her too? Of course you would. Mm-mm. Anyway, um, okay, so this is where it gets tricky. So trigger warning everybody before we watch this, because Monique is going to be sharing an experience of alleged abuse from her ex-husband.
OMG. Like it's gotten even worse.
Let me refresh. I want to make sure it's starting at the right point.
MG. Like it's gotten even worse. And what's interesting is I stayed pretty quiet and I tried my best not to bash because I didn't want it to affect our co-parenting. And he got to the point where he started saying very inappropriate things to the children. Wow. He told the children about the video that y'all saw.
Oh, come on. I hate when men do that. Or anybody does that, because some women do it too. Like, leave the children out of the mess. Stop bringing them into the nonsense, really. Like, it's like, why are you bringing them into the mess? Why?
He actually described it to them. And I'm like, why are you telling, at the time they were 11, 9, and 6, why are you telling children these things? Crazy.
Exactly. Why are you telling children these things? Men like that like to make the children feel like mommy doesn't love you and mommy is messing about, and they want to ruin the image that they have of their mother. It's just so disgusting. It's such a disgusting thing to do as a man.
Yeah. Twisting the narrative of why the marriage ended, made it like, oh, your mom was having an affair and she was.
Oh my God. Why would you say that to your children? Why do you want to destabilize your children and the image that they have of their mother? Why?
Cheating.
No accountability, sir.
Listen,
like, because it's one thing like you took accountability for why things maybe on your end,
right?
But he hasn't been able to face the fact that you talk about the lack of affection,
right?
The lack of intimacy.
To be fair, you could even a blind person could see that there was a lack of intimacy in that relationship. There was a lack of affection in that relationship. There was a lack of synergy in that relationship. I'd never seen them together and thought, oh my God, they love each other. Never, ever thought that, ever. Not once.
There was even one part in the book where things did get physical that you described on one occasion in the book that felt scary, but witnesses were there to actually see him basically lift you up by your throat.
Yeah. OMG. Like, it's.
Imagine that big man lifting this lady up by her throat. Absolutely out of order. Completely horrible. Not acceptable at all.
And it's crazy because I think what had me the most was me rationalizing things afterward, And it's like, well, I did kind of egg it on. I did kind of instigate it. And it's just like, all right, I'm going to just let it go.
Right.
And when you're in a marriage and when you've seen it growing up, it's almost like, yo, like, this is normal. Like, okay, we'll get over it. And that was one of the.
That is horrible. When you feel like you have to actually be the one that is now trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, maybe I brought it on. You can never, no matter what you do, nobody should be putting their hands on you. So no, there is no way that you can egg it on for you to be getting assaulted by your partner. That's crazy.
The biggest things that led me to get to that point where I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. When I started to think about the fact that my children are witnessing me have behavior that's opposite of what I preach to them, which is self-love. And they're watching me run myself and deplete myself into the dirt. And this is being allowed, and I felt like I just had to keep proving myself. And I'm like, wait, but we're married. Why should I have to prove myself to a.
Wow. Definitely sounds like they were never equally yoked from the start. We're never like that fully connected from the start.
Person, and we're supposed to be equal. So it's just been a very difficult situation. But the reason why I speak out and I'm talking more and more about it now is because I felt so alone going through it. I didn't realize that there were other people that had the same experience.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I think what had me the most was me rationalizing things. I didn't realize that there were other people that had the same experience until I started talking more about it. And then I would have women DM me that are like all age groups. They're like, what you're saying, you're describing exactly how my marriage is.
Do you know what? I really wish that they showed this on the show. Like, I understand they have to kind of, chill a little bit before they bring the heavy stuff on, but I really would love to see this being talked about, as opposed to just being like, oh, Monique is now cool with Giselle, all that kind of stuff. I understand those little intro bits, but I feel like, okay, that's enough now. Can we get to the real meat? Tommy says, oh my God, no wonder she really doesn't care one bit about that man on the show. Absolutely. She doesn't care. She's just like, fine. You want to date the man? Cool. You're dating the man? Cool. I don't care. Because she's thinking like, that's not my problem. That's someone else's problem. Hallelujah. I never have to deal with this man again. That's how you know someone is done. If they really don't care who you're dating, whether you're dating, they're just like, please just go in peace. Bajan says, I can believe it. Remember when one-eyed Bob said he strangled Sheree and she still went in for round 2 to reconcile? It's crazy. Absolutely. That's the thing. I don't know. It's like, I want to be sensitive because I also know that some people are going through situations that make them feel that those kind of relationships are okay for them, but it's not good. No man should be able to put their hands on you and for you to go back to that relationship. That is not good. It is not safe. You don't deserve that. You deserve a man that loves you, that is kind to you, that puts you first. Not a man that strangles you and then comes back the next time and you're still reconciling with him. It's like, for what? What is there to reconcile? But yeah, there is just no way. But I also want to be sensitive because I know people go through that, and I know that it never really starts physical. It's usually very emotional. They break you down mentally before they ever put hands on you. And so I get that, and I know, like, I understand that that's why it's usually harder to leave. But honestly, if you're listening today and you're experiencing that at home, please get help. Please speak to a trusted person and get help. Hey, Super. Good evening. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining in tonight. As long as I leave. I'm wondering if she treated him the way she did on Love and Marriage until it was because she felt protected by the camera. That's what I think. I feel like on the camera, she felt like it was a safe space for her to communicate whatever it is that she was going through. And because outside of the camera, it is not safe. So yeah, I think that's definitely possible. And besides, I think some women also bring men onto these type of shows to expose their behavior and then so that they can live in peace. Because low-key, they know the kind of people that they are married to. And if they're not on TV, the man will probably be harassing them. But if he's on TV, it would be scared, or if they're on TV, it would be scared to even like be doing those kind of things because it's like, okay, I can definitely get you in trouble. The public will find out about it. And for some reason, those kind of men care about their images. They care about their image. They don't want to be seen as a wife beater, even though that's who they are. Absolutely mad. I think the Bob and Sheree thing was a storyline, but still unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. There's no way any man, anybody should be able to put hands on you. The reason why I don't think it's a storyline is, do you guys remember when Sheree was out here she was dating this man in prison, and this man kept her waiting for hours and did not show up. And I'm like, and she was still dating this man. It's like, how are you going to date a man that keeps you waiting for hours on a show? Just made you look foolish.
I thought I was the only one. And that was the push for me to just, I'm like, I can't keep remaining silent and protecting. I feel like as Black women, we're just rooted to protect Black men. Yeah. But Black men got to step up too. Yeah.
Exactly. You cannot be protecting Black men and Black men ain't protecting you. It's like, Black men should also protect Black women. You should not be the ones inflicting this sort of trauma on your Black women.
Like, you're kind of downplaying what happened to you so that it doesn't harm him or what he has going on in his life.
I didn't realize that there were other people that had the same experience.
Yeah.
When she says, I didn't realize that there are some other people that had the same experience. Okay, I think she means like publicly until she started sharing. Fair enough. But yeah, definitely horrible. It's so sad that Monique had to go through that. I'll be honest, I'm not completely surprised about that. There's something about sometimes these people that come across as being very quiet, and there's sometimes something very sinister behind it all. So I'm not surprised that happened. Yeah. Okay. Jazzy is doing too much. And I know we talked about Jazzy a couple of days back where actually before I do Jazzy, oh my god, this mouse is stressing me out actually. Okay. Let's see if it works. Okay, maybe let me just leave it and assume it's not working for now. Oh, goodness me. Okay. Let's just assume it's not working. I think I played... Okay, so I haven't played this one for you guys.
Again, he started this whole rumor that I got fired.
Why would it start a rumor that you got fired? That's crazy. That man is your enemy. Seriously, because how is this man gonna act like you got fired when you didn't get fired? That is so weird. D says, I think Love and Marriage Huntsville saved Mel's life. We saw how Martell harassed her on and off screen. Absolutely. I definitely think that. I think that's the thing. Sometimes these people are so concerned about their image that because of that, they don't go as far as they normally would. And I think sometimes that's why being on or coming on reality TV generally helps the woman escape those kind of men. But then she had that big lavish party and Bob turned up with his daughter that no one knew. Yeah, that was just so shocking, so confusing. It's like it goes back to days when Real Housewives of Atlanta was just so dramatic, where you're like, what the hell is going on? Like, this can't be real. But I won't be surprised if it is, because that man definitely seemed completely unhinged. Tyrone didn't stand Sheree up. He wasn't allowed to meet her as part of his parole. He said Sheree was aware this was just a storyline according to him. Oh, wow. This is the thing I hate about these shows. They create, okay, let me say allegedly, if this is to be believed, they create a storyline and then they pretend there was a whole phone call where Sheree called Kenya. I was basically like crying about it, all of that. And then you're in the confessionals doing all that like extra sobbing and stuff. But it's just a storyline? Nuts. That's crazy to me. I wonder if she ever told any of this to Ashley. Ashley was the one who leaked. They were separated, but Monique and Chris made a statement that it wasn't true and then announced the split later. Yeah, I'm not sure. Lyrone, Shanice says a dude who has 4 children, leader talking about he will commit to the right person. I'm so annoyed for her. I just want to see her get up and leave. Good Lord. She really did get fired from the radio station. Oh, I think she was talking about getting fired from Real Housewives of Potomac, though.
Because saying that you were leaving.
I know. It's just insane. And it's been a lot because this is the first time I'm really putting it out there because he has done so much in the neighborhood, in the streets of Potomac. And anybody that lives in Potomac that has crossed paths with him knows exactly what I'm saying. Within 5 minutes, he will pull out his phone. My kids even said that he has a whole folder with.
Imagine the kids saying that daddy has a whole folder on you, mom. That is crazy. You're traumatizing your children. And it's like, why? How can you let the hate that you have for your child or your children be stronger than, the need to just like let this woman go? Let her go.
Screenshots and pictures of me, and at one point, it's been bad, and to the point where he would even tell me, "I got eyes on you."
Like, you don't think that's weird for you to be saying to your ex-wife, "I got eyes on you"? Like, what are we doing, sir? What are we doing?
Why? It's like, dude, enjoy your life.
You dating and you focus on that. Don't focus on it. Like, how does it go from we were in love to like, do you hate me? You know what I mean? Like, what is that about? Because and even watching Real Housewives and seeing like, we've all seen, this is kind of part of the storyline is Stacey. People are saying that she's dating him or whatever.
Yeah, I get that. I get that as part of the storyline, but I just think like, this man is just just gathering information for the day he's going to need it, really.
Happened, she dated him, and you're like, I don't care. We haven't been together for 2 years.
Right. And it was funny because, once again, he started this whole rumor.
We've been together for 2 years.
Right.
And you really seem genuinely like,
I literally don't care. I'm like, are you good with kids? Very much. I'm like, she got a 9-year-old daughter. Okay, if y'all dating, cool. The kids can have a play date. Like, what?
That's how you know you.
I definitely get that. Like, when you're done, you're done. You don't even care if he is with someone that people think is better. You don't even care. You're not eating into it. You're not playing into it. You're just like, good luck. I wish you the best. I definitely think that that's where Monique is at. D says, I don't blame Monique. It wasn't Ashley's story to tell. Absolutely, it was not at all. She should have kept her mouth shut. D says, according to Google, Monique was not fired from the radio station. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, because I'm just like, why would she be fired from a radio station? Like, that would be very, very odd. Super says, Chris is messy. He associates with too many women from Real Housewives of Potomac. Yeah, I'm not really sure what that is about.
Over it when you are honestly like, I wish you well.
Yeah. And I really do wish him well, but I will also wish for him to leave me alone.
Yeah.
That's a woman that is tired. Someone needs to appeal to Chris. Chris, leave her alone. She does not want no parts of you. Just leave her alone, sir.
It's like, let me live my life. You're living your life. You're dating and doing whatever you want to do. And what's crazy is I'm not even dating. I'm not even to that point yet. And honestly, the way things are panning out, even with that, it's like I would even hate to bring somebody into a situation where he's acting the way he's acting and we're trying to co-parent.
Right.
You know, it's a lot.
We've been together for 2 years.
Right.
And you really seem genuinely like,
yeah, she's definitely genuinely unbothered. You can just tell she is completely over it. She does not want no parts of it at all. Okay, so I am starting to get a little bit sleepy, not gonna lie. Okay, so I am going to focus on the bits. Actually, I do have a quick drink that I can drink that can wake me up a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. Enough before I have to go to bed. Okay. Guys, please hit that like button, everybody. Please hit that like button. Okay, so let me share the screen. Now, you guys know a lot of people were like bigging up Jazzy and talking about. Okay, maybe first before I move on, let me read. Let me read the comments. Not Google, not Dayton. It's like these men can't let go of the beautiful woman they had. Absolutely. That's the thing. It's like you're the one that fumbled these men or these women. You fumbled these women yourself. Nobody forced you. You fumbled them and then you can't let go. It's like, sorry, you need to let go. It makes sense why Chris was seen and photographed having lunch with Clarice last spring. She didn't know at the time that Monique was coming back. Ill-fitting wig needs to mind her own business. Yeah, I don't know what it is with her. She needs to mind her business. And this wig is not it. Like it's definitely like I don't really know what it is, but I didn't even realize she had a lot of forehead, but she has a lot of forehead and the way she is wearing her wigs and stuff is not really not helping that forehead at all.
You cropped Stacy out of one of your wedding photos. Did I? She didn't make it into the photo, so that was something going around on social.
And my thing is like, weren't you talking about how Stacy's your girl? Weren't you introduced this season where you and Stacy were hanging out? Now you're cropping Stacy out of pictures. It's like, what are we doing, guys?
Is there an upcoming issue with you and Stacy, or is everything good and it was just an accident?
I think that the repost could have just been a situation where I didn't want anybody faking my photo. So
this lady said she doesn't want anybody fake in her photo. Like, girl, do you have beef with this lady? I thought you guys were cool.
I just did what
It's given like everyone is jumping on this hate Stacy train. It's not nice.
any normal person would do. And if there's any upcoming issues, not necessarily any issues, just, the mask starting to slip. That's all.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Well, Giselle says that Stacy only confirmed being in your wedding after it was confirmed that you would be, working with working with the group or filming with the group this season. Do you believe Giselle, or do you believe that this is one of the schemes that Giselle has set up to come to the show with the mess?
Not him giving us a version of come to the Todd that scheme that Todd set up to come to us with the BS.
Giselle and Todd is running a close race, but I think that is something that is truly so sacred to me. My wedding day and having genuine people around me with my family, with people who watch me grow up, with people who genuinely love me, with people who.
Yeah, it's like, why then crop her out? Okay. Super says they're about to attack Jazzy now. Seriously, Jazzy, you barely have a foot in the door. This is the thing. It's like you haven't even secured the bag, secured the position, and you already have so many opinions. And it's so annoying. It's like, why do you have so many opinions and you're not even secured in your job. It doesn't make sense at all. Jasmine and Ashy, the 4x4 forehead twins. How that hairline looking like Queen Elizabeth the First? That hairline is definitely looking like it's pushing way back. Bless her. I think, like, I don't know, man. If I were her, like, I would definitely be doing different hairstyles. I would not be pulling my hair back like this at all. If you must do that, make it a bun, madam. Okay. I think, yeah, this is already covered. It's interesting. She does also address that she has no regrets. Because if you guys remember, we talked about how she went ham at Tia, and it just seems like she really went ham on Tia. It looks like she's doubling down, really. Dee says the fans love Stacey. They need to get over it. I think that's what it is. The fans love Stacey. They don't love Stacey. And so I guess they want the fans to see what it is about Stacey that they don't like, basically.
At the table, you let Tia know, let's go if you want to go. And there was a lot of response about it. Do you sure was. Decide it? Do you regret it, or do you stand beside how you felt at the table? No, I definitely don't regret it. I absolutely stand beside how I felt at the table, because at the end of the day, I literally had a very calm conversation with Tia when that happened. It was very friendly. It was very, let me draw a boundary because I know that you don't know me yet. Let me let you know where I am in my relationship as to why that's kind of offensive. First of all, Tia, you don't know how these girls get down. You saying that could mean that if I'm down, you could hook me up. And you're still getting to know this group, and that kind of banter in this group can later mean that, somebody brings up something that's just not true as to who I am and who my character is. So I wanted to draw a line with Tia, and I did that very calmly, while we were in the van that same day. And I also explained to her, hey, like, I personally don't like stuff like that. Like, I get it, and maybe you don't mean any harm, but don't do stuff like that. Well, now,
I get it, but I still think she overreacted.
don't mean any harm, but don't do stuff like that. And let's just keep this between us. The very next day, she had already told everyone that was in her side of her nanny's quarters that what the situation was, what had happened. So when it was even halfway brought up, I just snapped, because I'm like, oh no, Tia, you sitting here, you over here quiet. You've been trying to be like, you don't want any smoke, but I actually asked you not to say that. And you even bringing it up. Okay, girl, you haven't had a big argument yet. You want one with Jazzy? Let's go then.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, she's doing too much. I feel like sometimes they really need to not put people in the friend position for long, because I feel like she's been in that friend position for too long, and she feels like she needs to perform to get put on as a main cast, because that's the only explanation for why all this energy is coming out to somebody like Tia. Tia is cool, calm, and collected. So why would you be so angry at her? It doesn't make sense.
Back up, which was so stupid. So I'm just like, Tia, it's 14 days before my wedding. You don't know me like that. And I told you don't know me like that yesterday as to why this offended me. So now I'm just like, it's not a joke. Like, you playing with somebody's marriage, baby. And you playing amongst the wrong group. So don't do that. Oh my gosh.
Like, I get the fact that it's among the wrong group, but it was so lighthearted. It was chill. I feel like Jazzy's begging it. Jazzy's another Kiana.
Like, I've known you a few weeks, so people want to say I was dramatic about it, XYZ, XYZ, but it gave you're trying to be funny if I literally told you, hey, I don't like that. That's a boundary. We're on the same page. We moved along from it. But once I found out that, like, oh, I had already told them that I felt so bad. Why are you even talking about it? What do you mean you've already told them? Just shut your mouth about it. Back up, which was so stupid. So I'm just like, Tia, it's 14 days before my wedding. You don't know me like that. And I told you don't know me like that yesterday as to why this offended me. So now I'm just like, it's not a joke. Like, you playing with somebody's marriage, baby. And you playing amongst the wrong group. So don't do that.
And it's like, all of that, don't
We're
do
the
that.
same person.
Yeah, it's too much for me. It's too much. I feel like if people continue to gas Jazzy up, Jazzy is going to be another K and Angel. Super says, I don't like Jazzy, K, Angel, or Stacy. Yeah, I completely understand all of that. I think the one person that I would say I understand. I wish that, I think Stacy, if not for the lies, I understand she wouldn't be on your list. But yeah, the lies are just too much. The lies. They don't like that the fans love Stacy. I'm sure Giselle and Ashley met after the last reunion to see who their target was going to be for the season. Allegedly. I think there is behind the scenes stuff affecting the season, and it's playing out on camera, and we will not know until the reunion because they don't break on the fourth wall. Yes, absolutely. Although nowadays some of them are responding, because now if you see, Tia is the Glover girl. She's basically responding here. So she says, I'm not one to talk about the show. I haven't really spoken on this because I know you are a little bit embarrassed by how you came across on the episode, which I understand. But if you continue to paint this picture in efforts to spin things, I'm going to have to speak on this for myself. There are witnesses to what happened that day. For me to for you to try and suggest I wanted a moment with you when I barely filmed. Ooh, this is a read. For you to try and suggest I wanted a moment with you when I barely filmed with you full time is pure insanity. If I wanted a moment with someone, it wouldn't be you. Hey. Oh my gosh. Tia is reading her. Secondly, it's not my nature to deliberately conflict, to deliberately, why can't I read? If I wanted a moment with someone, it wouldn't be you. Secondly, it's not my nature to deliberately create conflict with anybody. If I ever cause offense knowingly or unknowingly, I would be the first to apologize, which I did. Furthermore, you and I both know what happened the minute the cameras went down at the restaurant. So please be honest and stop saying this song. Stop. Oh my goodness. Let me read that again. If I didn't know better, I would say I'm drunk. Furthermore, you and I both know what happened the minute the cameras went down at the restaurant. So please be honest and stop suggesting that it is something it isn't. Okay? Someone says, whatever, stale crumpet, just leave Stacy alone. Ah, you guys love y'all some Stacy, honey. Not the stale crumpet. That is so weird. Delusional. Yeah, so it seems like there's a mixture of people in the comments. Okay, let me check my list because I feel like I want to make sure I covered the things I said I wanted to cover today. Although, like I said, Kiana says Wendy didn't have any friends till she joined. Yes.
Give us that tea. We want to know that tea.
Okay, here's the tea. You know, you guys, I think a lot of people, they're watching it like, oh, Kate. It's like, clearly, I don't think people are just getting the concept of what the issue was. Okay. And to be honest with you, I was a little.
You feel like people were not getting the concept of what the issue was. Then tell us what the concept of the issue was. Like, how many seasons later and we still don't know what's going on?
Shocked that things went the way that they did between Wendy and I. I think people forget that when I got here, Wendy didn't have a friend. Like, I came here as Wendy's friend at a time when no one in the group liked Wendy.
Oh,
just so we clear. So, I was like, okay, cool. Like, she's from here. We didn't know each other that well, to be honest. But it's like, I'm down to like, I don't like for anybody to be like the outcast or the person that is like nobody likes. So I really genuinely went in and like, okay, let me kind of like get to know Wendy.
Look at her face. She's not believing the BS. None of them are. They're both looking at her like, not like we're deeply connecting with you.
On and off the camera so that we could be able to have this, dynamic on television that also presents better because we do really know each other and we are friends. So it was just, to me, it's just it was flip floppy, and then it was never really as deep as I think it progressed throughout the season. I'm like, it's really kind of not that deep.
So this lady wants us to believe it really is not that deep, but you spent the whole season talking about your beef with Wendy in some way, shape, or form, but you want us to believe that it's not that serious. No, we don't believe that. Because they don't break the fourth wall. Portia was the first person on Housewives to ask, could she break the fourth wall at Shamia's house? Oh, yes, that is so true. I remember that. Tia's statement proves what I meant about behind the scenes stuff. Yes, a lot of stuff happens behind the scenes. Absolutely. Kay needs to take that wig off. Another 4x4 forehead. Oh my god. Mm-mm-mm.
Actually, if you kind of can see little spots in it, like there are moments where we do have like actual conversations that I don't think really are shown in the light that really shows us that we come together and then we, go back apart again. But like, okay, now I know we could be good co-workers. That wasn't the issue. I stated my issue.
So y'all are more co-workers now than friends. I remember you were offended when we were talking about this on Reality with the King about how women, we're very subtle with our shade, right? Like,
yeah, I get that. Women can be very subtle with the shade, to be fair. I will give that to Claudia.
when she said, "Oh, you did your own makeup," I understood what that meant, right? And guys be like, "Wait, what is that?" I'm like, no. A woman shading you can be so subtle but mean so much. It could be coming into you and being looking like,
oh, it's kind of like, why are you here? How'd you get here? Who invited you? You know,
oh, you're on the list.
Are you on the list?
Yeah, so I get that, but still, Kiana, it was not that deep for all of this drama that we've gotten. Even you said it's not that deep. So I don't know if she doesn't know how she shows up, because I think sometimes a lot of people don't really know how they show up. It's like somebody that is selfish but will tell you they're so generous because to them, they don't really understand or take accountability. They don't know how they show up. They always just assume it's everyone else's issue as opposed to me not stepping up or me doing too much. In this case with Kiana. Kay needs to take that wig off. Another 4x4 head. But they had no reason to dislike Wendy. She didn't do anything to these women except but put Giselle in her place about her man and her family. Absolutely. That's the thing. I don't think that sorry, let me read that again. They had no reason to dislike Wendy. She didn't do anything to them. Yes, I definitely agree with that. I don't think that they have any valid reason at all. I think not Giselle, Kay and Angel were just looking for a target, and Wendy seemed like their easy target, so they focused on Wendy. Bajan says it started when Wendy got her breast done, and that's when Giselle and Juan's roommates changed their ish about how she's changed. They took Monique out and then tried it with Wendy. Yep. I think that's definitely it. I feel like most of these shows, they pick who they feel is the weakest link and then they start coming at you. And I legit feel like that is what happened. They probably were thinking like, oh, we can stepping on Wendy a little bit. And I think that's where I think that came in. Super says Karen was the first person to dislike Wendy. I'm not surprised. I feel like Karen is not exactly loyal to anybody anyway. I think Karen does whatever is required for the show and for herself. I definitely don't think that Karen is not she's the grand dame, but I just think Karen is who Karen is. And for some reason Karen does not like Wendy. Because I think Wendy was quite surprised because Wendy thought Karen was her friend, but it was obvious that Karen was not Wendy's friend. That's the thing. Sometimes you can be out here thinking you're friends with somebody and you are not friends with them. They don't see you as a friend in their heads.
You're here too? Oh, okay. Oh, you came.
So did you really feel like she was being mean or shady, or do you feel like she was just being like, is that just how Wendy talks?
No. So
Okay.
here's what it was, just to break it down. It really wasn't that. It was like it's like I kind of say it's like a Rico case a little bit. And that's to me, it's like being a new person to this group. I'm trying to figure out like, are we phony? Is phony?
Right.
Are we phony?
if really this was it, like you were really trying to figure out whether you were phony, when you realized that they were phony, you would not have the energy that you had. You still had so much vim, so much energy. And it's like, if we're on the phony thing, Kiana, get with it. Like, instead, you haven't gotten with it, and now we're still arguing about whatever, really. Absolutely. They lived to target Wendy when I was totally disgusted when Mia threw that drink in her face with no repercussions. Absolutely. That should have never happened. It should never have been allowed to go to for that to happen and at all. But yeah.
Are we working? Are we really
Are
doing
we
this?
working? Are we trying to
Yes.
be friends? Like, I really just didn't get that. So I think the personal part of me is really trying to figure out, like, okay, girl, was we working? Was we friends?
Let me break it to you. You guys are not friends. You guys are not friends. She does not like you. You do not like her. Case closed. Enough is enough. Case is closed. That's just what that is. Enough is enough. So Chris Fletcher is actually doing something called I think it's called mentoring something. Let me see if I can pull that up. And I'm going to that will be my last point for the day. Mentality workshop, mentality mentorship. If you're a man ready to elevate your business, your family, your legacy, this is your moment. This is the thing. I feel like it would be good to hear what Chris has to say. I guess my concern, and I've just put my banner up allegedly, is wasn't there something where he lost his license? So it's like, if you're out here about to give us advice about business and about all of that, it's like, does that take into account the fact that you lost your license as well? Allegedly, you allegedly lost your license. Let me just say that to be on the safe side. Badger says, if I could have jumped in the screen like Mary Poppins, I wanted to grab up Crater Face and slap her. Yep, completely. Because yeah, like sometimes there's certain things where it's look, it's yeah, it's just too far. There's no need for it to go that far. Kate is phony. Look at Greg from last season today. She cleaned him up and he's pretending to be nice and he can afford to buy her condo. Absolutely. That's the thing. I think she's definitely trying to clean up the image. She knows she wants to be on Real Housewives for a long time. So whatever it is that she feels like she has to do to clean up her image and present to be something that she is not is what she is going to do. But yeah, guys, I think let me cover one last thing, then I am going to bed. And the reason I wanted to cover this was because I realized I hadn't covered the updates on this. So let me refresh. Funky had something to say about Todd and Kandi's divorce. So I want you guys to listen.
Let's do a couple things. Y'all can stop it with the Todd got somebody pregnant rumor. Todd.
So I know that was something that I saw. I think Bajan, that was something you had sent to me. But yeah. So Funky is basically saying Todd did not get nobody pregnant. He has had a vasectomy.
Had a vasectomy very early on in a relationship. Okay. That's a little bit of tea. I don't know if
I wonder why. Because if you think about them, Maurice and Marcel, I guess we can infer why we think they got a vasectomy. I wonder why Todd decided to get a vasectomy.
I was supposed to tell that or not. Todd ain't got nobody pregnant. Nah, Todd was around somebody's house.
Ooh? Someone's house doing what?
Okay?
Let me just make sure my banner is up. Yes, allegedly.
And I got her pictures.
Ooh.
I know where she stay. And I know her name.
Mm-mm-mm.
But I don't want to bring no extra stress and duress around Kandi house. So I'ma hold it.
Do you guys believe Funky on this one? Because I don't know if you guys also saw, people actually confirmed that they got it from a reliable source that he was allegedly stepping out or he was allegedly communicating with other women. So it's like, what source could people have gotten it from? It's given that maybe she gave it to them in disguise or something. I don't know.
Hold it. Her name start with a H.
Mm-mm.
You home wrecking whore. Because I want you to know I know who you is. And here's the thing. If I know who you are, and if the information got to me, it's only a matter of time. I'm giving it by next Wednesday before your face is plastered all over the internet. So, Miss H.
Wow. She better just come out here and confess or just block, remove every like social media picture, delete everything and just go ghost. That's the only other thing I can say she can do, because I feel like in Atlanta of all places, especially if like, how can you be messing in your locality like that when Kandi is popular?
You might want to get your ducks and your story in a row, because the way the internet is finna come eat you alive over Kandi Burris, you gonna wish you never even winked at that man. Okay?
Exactly, because people love Kandi. People love them some Kandi. Nobody is going to be out here acting like, nah, people love Kandi. So nobody would be cool with Kandi, with some woman knowing that Kandi exists and Candy's in the picture and then is messing with Candy's husband. Mm-mm. Bajan, so it is actually meant to be Kay's condo, but Kay is basically trying to convince us that Greg is going to pay or wants to buy the condo off her. Which is like, do we really believe that? No, I don't believe that. I wish FD shut up. How early? Who is Ace and Blaze's father then? So it may have been like through like some frozen sperm. Or they may have frozen like embryos together, because that's also something that some people do, where they freeze their embryo, so the egg and the sperm together. So I wonder if that could have been that, to be honest. So yeah, it's definitely possible that he stored the swimmers. Super said he's so gross and disgusting to me. I don't follow him. Yeah. No, that yeah, I can definitely see that. He's not everyone's cup of tea. Even I don't follow him either. I only just like see his clips on like shows like this. Shows that pick up what he said. I can't stand Funky. All of a sudden he's back. I will say in this season he's definitely back. It seems to be like constantly there's different things that he's bringing it up, that he's the one that seems to be breaking the news. So what about the third person in Kandi and Todd's bedroom? Well, I think there were speculations about the third person being Fatum allegedly, but Fatum definitely is not taking any responsibility or has no plans of taking responsibility for the breakdown of the marriage. He already brought stress and duress with his comments. But what's the rules when you've invited other women into your marriage bed? Because Kandi said they had a threesome 6 months ago. This is the question. This is the question. I always feel like this is a lesson. Like, I feel so bad for Kandi, but this is a lesson because some women think that having threesomes, doing all these things is going to keep a man happy. No, he will take that and still cheat if he wants to cheat. He will do that and still cheat if he wants to cheat. So yeah, I just think don't bring anybody into your marriage. Don't bring a third party into your marriage. It's a recipe for disaster. I've never seen a situation where it ends well. People like forbidden fruit. Just because you approve the threesome does not mean that it would get them off and they would want to really, really do it. Now, but then if it's, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like if it's maybe like the third party and Todd, for example, having conversations and flirting, then it's just like it just feels like, oh, we just flirting. It's just a little bit. We've done it together anyway. But then they're now going behind Kandi. Then of course that's not good. But I'm not surprised. These things happen. I'd love Todd more if I had to love either of them. Interesting. So you choose Todd, definitely Todd over Kandi. Do you know how many people have seen Todd in middle of downtown in the middle of the night at a hotel or other places? It's not really news here. Allegedly, but that's the thing. This is what I've also heard, that like he's stepping out. If you guys remember, didn't Portia say something about him pretending his name was Marvin and not never really went anywhere? I do wonder if there's some truth to that, because if he's out here in the middle of the night, allegedly, being out in these streets, being out here in these clubs, when you have a wife that is at home, then it's like, what are you really doing? You're not ready. Blaze is definitely from an embryo because a surgeon carried her. What he did to Tamar was uncalled for. I don't. Oh, as in Tamar, yes, 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 yes. To be honest, him and Tamar, I don't know. They both have a part to play. I'm not gonna lie. Why do you feel bad for Kandi when most people say threesomes were for Kandi? Ooh, another plot twist. Super, another plot twist. Because yes, if the threesome were for Kandi, then plot freaking twist. Because if it's for her, then it's like, okay, well, she got what she wanted. But at the same time, I just always think it's one of those things where I would never advise anybody to do a threesome with someone they're dating or someone they're about to get married with, because it is a recipe for disaster. But saying that was Portia telling the truth, or should I say Phaedra? Yeah, it sounds like it's probably like a bunch of truth mixed with lies. But Kandi is self-proclaimed into woman. I think it was for the both of them. I can't stand Funky Ale and Tasha K. Yeah, I think it's like that's why there's a bunch of us is like, you don't like them, you can like us. I'm sure other people like them and not us. So yeah. Um Plus Todd had his bachelor pad in New York. I remember that was a telltale sign. I think uh so plus Todd had his bachelor pad in New York, I think, and Kandi wasn't happy. She wanted him to fix it up and sell. Wonder if he still got it. Good question. Maybe that's where he's going to have to go and live, because he's going to need to leave that house ASAP anyway. So maybe it could have been that. When TK said Fatum was their sister wife months ago and they didn't respond, yeah, I think there is a possibility that that is their sister wife. But then from the comments that I saw on the internet, it was interesting. It was almost like she was saying that I have no parts to do with the breakdown. So fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I am falling asleep on this live, so I gotta go. Thank you so much for hanging with us. Please hit that like button. Replay gang. Thank you so much for listening. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And tap that bell button right next to it so you can leave so you can know when I go live. Also, guys, please, if you guys want me to cover the 50 Cent documentary, please let me know in the comments. The replay gang, let us know in the comments if you want me to cover it. And everyone, please hit that like button, everybody. I really appreciate you. Let me just read a few comments and then I would be going offline. Isn't Todd from New York? He is. I think. I believe he is. TK was talking to people close to Kandi and Todd. That is, for me, I feel like that is just clear disregard. If you're now talking to people that are close and you're bringing it too close for comfort, it's like, what are you really doing? But yeah, thank you to everybody. Have a wonderful night. I am going to bed. I only had 2 hours of sleep last night, so I need to go and I need to have an early night today. So thank you so much for joining, everybody. Bajan says, everyone have a good weekend. Yes, everybody. Thank you, Dee, for joining in. Thank you, Super, for joining in. Thank you, Bajan. It's always good to see you as always. Thank you to everybody who was able to join the live, who was able to leave some comments, and those who were able to hit that like button. But yeah, thank you, my lovely. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Thank you. Good night. Bye.